It's time for What I Wish I'd Said on CNBC on Wall Street Confidential, and Jim Cramer, having just come off the set of CNBC, want to talk about one of the stocks you mentioned on the show this morning with Aaron, Monsanto.
Yeah, Monsanto has a interesting joint venture with DuPont. Now, they've been hating each other for a long time. It's interesting to see cooperation. Monsanto is a very expensive stock on earnings, but not if you value it like Celgene. And what I would urge people to do, the only guy who's actually had anything good on Monsanto is Frank Mitch from BB&T, and even he has felt that the valuation is too high. But that people need to understand that Monsanto, that Deere, and Bunge are all oil plays. As oil goes up to 80, people have very quickly reached for solar, and they've reached SunTech and SunPower. I'm urging people to think of it much more that you have to think of it as ethanol and soy. And there's three ethanol plays, and they're Deere, and they're Monsanto and Bunge, and to a secondary extent, you can do Agrium, which is a very well-run fertilizer company, but it's still a fertilizer company. One of the things that we didn't get to talk about much on CNBC was that Monsanto may be a great way to play China. Ambassador Joe was interviewed by my friend Aaron Burnett, and he said that soybean seeds are something we get from America. Well, when you think about hybrid soybeans, when you think about soybeans that can produce a lot of energy, you have to be thinking Monsanto.
Interesting. So in other words, don't look at these as pure ag plays. You're missing the boat.
These need to be considered as oil plays, and that's the point I would have made. When I think of Monsanto, I think of Schlumberger. I mean, these are two sides of the same coin now. Or maybe you would view them as Core Labs or FMC. These are all plays on the same concept, which is that being able to, when you have oil at $80, it creates a lot of opportunity for companies that produce oil-related or petrol products for $50, $60. We think about this with gold. I've often recommended Gold Star, GSS, when gold goes above 700 because its finding cost is around 500. So the leverage players are seed companies and ag. And as oil goes up, the marginal winner are the seed companies.
All right, excellent. Thanks for that, Jim Cramer.
And DuPont is a very big seed company. People have to remember that.
Absolutely.
That's another, a lot of people tie in DuPont with housing. I urge them to think about them as seeds.
Okay. All right, that's Wall Street Confidential, What I Wish I Said on CNBC. I'm Farnoosh Sharabi. Thanks, Jim Cramer.